Good morning, everyone. Thank you for coming to class. We are going to focus a bit today on, again, on shoulders. As you are getting comfortable, I'm going to give you a couple different options. And one of them is a block at medium and a block at the lowest setting. You're going to lay over that, your head very securely on the upper block and between the shoulder blades on the lower block. If you do not like that idea at all, just do me a favor and take your blanket to just a little wider uh, distance and roll it. But I do want your neck, head, and upper back all on that blanket. So if you're using a blanket, it would be here or maybe a little tuck under the neck because we're going to be doing kind of shoulder stuff. And if none of those are appealing to you, um, just lay on your back because everything we're going to do right now, you can do just on your back, okay? Yeah, so we want to be comfortable. And the lower block in particular often needs a little tweaking, like a little higher, a little lower. Sometimes you'll put a blanket over the lower block so that it does not feel yucky, right? So it doesn't dig into something. But and then even sometimes instead of going long ways along the spine, you can try turning it sideways, and it supports the shoulder blades or just below the shoulder blades a little bit more. So again, the idea is find comfortable. And if your lower back, if that's too much of an arch for your lower back, I invite you to grab your blanket, put it under your sacrum, and that will lessen the curve of the low spine. And in any event, lots of instruction this morning. Once you're settled on your blanket or on your blocks, do me a favor and just pick the hips up a little bit, lengthen the tailbone, allow the pubic bone to come up toward the belly button, and then settle back in again. And maybe keep your feet on the floor. Okay. If you're in a softer bend here, you can straighten the legs. That's okay too. And then get yourself settled in. Feel your breath. Allow your shoulders to descend down on either side. Arms are resting on the floor. Palms ideally are face up. The arms out to the sides just a little bit, so that they're not really close to the body. And then close the eyes. And take some nice deep breaths into the back body where that block or blanket is pressing so that you feel the expansion at the front of the chest. As you exhale, the low belly presses in toward your spine. As you inhale, you feel the entire circumference of the upper torso expanding out. If you think about the lungs, they go all the way down to the lower ribs and they go all the way up above the collarbones. So it's a huge, right? These huge, beautiful lungs that need us to expand them out and then let them relax. When we take a deep breath in, the diaphragm scrunches up, right? It flattens so that we can get more air in. And as we exhale, the diaphragm relaxes, effectively making the lungs a little bit smaller space. Deep breath in, deep breath out. adjusting your pose anytime that you need to. Now, some of you are going to stay here. Some of you have already had too much time on the blocks and come on out. And some of you might want to play with the head block being the same height as the block that's underneath the torso. So play with that for a moment. And here's your cue. If your chin goes really high when you lower your head, then you want to come back up to neutral. So you want a nice neutral neck, just a soft curve there. Trying to stay more toward the back of the head, not toward the top. Good. And then as the shoulders relax, take the right hand, the right arm, the right hand, and just turn it downward. And it's now closer to the side of your body. As you inhale, take that right arm straight up toward the ceiling. And as you exhale, reach it back and lower it. Does not have to touch the floor. In fact, mine is just barely off the floor at the moment. And then inhale it up. Exhale, let it come back to the floor. Excuse me. Inhale, reach the arm up. Reach it back behind. Allow the arm to stretch. Pause when you feel a good stretch along the front chest or shoulder. And then bring it back up and down. One more on this side. Please don't go too far. We're not looking for end range here. We're looking for stretch. As we breathe, as we reach the arm back, and then take it back up and let it go. Same thing, other side. Left hand reaches up. Take it back behind. You might notice one side different than the other. Take it up. Exhale it down. As you inhale, reach up. Exhale as it goes back behind you, any amount. And then inhale it up. Exhale down. Good. One more. Inhale it up. Reach it back and behind. Inhale it up. Exhale it down. And then just pause. Let the shoulders relax. Take both arms to cactus pose right outside the shoulder. So if you look, your elbows are right in line with your shoulders. And then allow the elbows to come anywhere near the floor. For me, my hands are going to touch, my elbows are not. You should feel a mighty stretch through the front chest here. And then as you exhale, slowly squeeze those elbows and hands together, really slow. And then slowly open on the inhale. Exhale, squeeze. Good. Inhale, open. Exhale, squeeze. And then take the arms to cactus and pretend you're squeezing the arms into the floor. So the arms are elevated. They're out of the shoulders, but then squeeze back toward the block with your shoulder blades. And then just release that. Good. Squeeze back, hold, and release. It's a very small movement here. If you think you're not getting it, squeeze and release. Let both arms come back to the floor. We're almost done on the blocks. Hang in there if you're still there with me. Breathe. Right arm only, palm is face down. You're going to start to drag that hand out to the side, turn the palm up, reach it overhead, then take it up to the ceiling and back down to the floor. So the palm is face down, it's down by your hip. Just let it slide out to the side. You'll know when to turn that hand. Let it keep going overhead. Take it up to the ceiling and down. Last one here, just 3 of each today. Breathe and down. Same thing, other side. Take it up. Reach it overhead. Oops, sorry, that was not what I did. The palm is face down. Go out to the side. Allow the arm to turn. Reach overhead and then take it up and back down. There we go. Palm face down, slide out to the side. I have a wall in my way. And up and down. One more, just like that. Slide, turn, bring it overhead, reach it up and down. Oh, good. And then just kind of shrug your shoulders toward the ceiling and let them drop. Shrug them toward the ceiling, let them drop. One more, shrug and down. And then lengthen the tailbone and lift your hips off the floor. So it is not high. This is not a high bridge. We're simply lengthening the lower back, really tucking the hips here, pressing into the feet. Find your breath. And then lower it down, lift your head, look at your knees, grab your shins, and pull yourself all the way up and move your blocks out of the way. Come on back down to the floor just for a second. So those blocks can make all kinds of things move and get uncomfortable. So I want you to feel that. And I'm so sorry. Have your strap nearby. So if you didn't grab your strap, grab it. So now take the arms to cactus and just pause for a second. Lengthen the tailbone so that you have a small space behind the low back. And then give me a little bit of snow angels here. Again, sliding the back of the hands up and overhead and then dragging the elbows down toward your sides. And up and down. Now, if your head is tilted back and your chin is up toward the ceiling, please put a little blanket under there to get neutral. Just two more little snow angels. Last one. And then bring the elbows out to the sides and think of the length from the center line of your chest out to each elbow. So we're going as wide as we can. Just pause for a second, relax your hands, and release those arms. Grab your block or grab your strap. Take the strap around the right foot. Take the right foot up toward the ceiling. Little bit of stretch here of the back and the hips, the legs before we get moving a little bit more. Good, nice flex of the foot. If you want, go ahead and straighten the left leg. Again, nice deep breath. So you're holding your strap with each hand. So you've got one hand on either side. And take those arms overhead. Let the strap slide toward the end of the strap in your hands and take both arms overhead. Palms are facing each other. We're stretching out the leg. The belly is toned. We're not overly flattening our back, and we're stretching the shoulders at the same time. Deep breath. And release. Grab the strap with your right hand. Take that right leg out to the right. If this is too much, you certainly can bend the left knee. Smile, breathe, everybody. And take the leg up. Just bring it across a little bit. Does not have to go far. Little stretch on that outer hip, outer glute. No kidding, right? Take the leg up, bend your left knee, put that foot on the floor, bring your right foot to the left knee for figure four. Figure four. And maybe draw the knees up toward your chest. And again, notice just for your own information, right? Figure four, you can bring those knees in really close and the low back, the whole back goes really flat. That can feel really good. But another option is to stay on the sacrum and try to stretch. I don't get as deep a stretch doing that, but I also like that neutral spine idea. And then cross knee over knee, bring both knees to chest. And just stretch out those hips a little bit. Good. Release that side, everyone. Take your strap, bring it around your left foot. Take the left foot up. Straighten the right leg. Optionally hold the stretch. Soften the shoulders. And then as you're ready, just let the hands slide down your strap. Let the arms go overhead, palms more or less facing each other. The shoulders press back. Breathe. So deeper stretch both for the legs and the shoulders. This is really a floor variation, if you think about it, of Warrior Three. As you release, walk those hands back up your strap. Take the strap in your left hand. Take the left leg out to the side. Stretch the inner leg, inner thigh. Right, so often when we have hip and low back stuff, we can trace it to these tightnesses or imbalances in the legs. And take it up, bring it across, but just a little bit. Feel that stretch. Woo! And this side for me goes all the way down my leg. Big stretch. Take it back to center, bend the right knee, place that foot on the floor. Come to figure four. You can take your strap out. Bring the knees toward the chest, stretch that hip. Breathe. And again, maybe you play with the idea of flat back stretch versus staying on the sacrum and stretching from there. And then cross knee over knee, bring both knees to your chest. Release, feet to the floor, turn onto one side. And use your bottom arm for pillow, or if you want, grab your blanket, or even a block there often can feel pretty good. And then bend both knees to 90 degrees. Take the top arm and reach it out in front of you, and then kind of bend it like you're doing a cactus arm, but it's in front of you, more like a robot arm. As you move, you're going to take the top arm and the top leg and open. Good. You're going into a twist and then bring it across. Good. Breathe. Take the top leg with you and bring it back. Good. Taking that top leg with you and back. Two more. Squeeze, open, arm comes to the floor and back. Last one. Bring it up, open it up, take that arm, that opposite arm to the floor, and then bring the knee, that top knee, back to the other knee and breathe. Little different approach to this twist. Feel your shoulder, your chest, maybe getting a nice stretch here. And then take that top arm, bring it back across and release. Go to the other side. Again, feel free to use your blanket for your head if your arm isn't quite enough. Your knees are at 90 degrees. Your top arm comes up as like a robot arm. And take leg up, take knee up. Whoop, my blocks are in the way. And release. Good. Take it all the way up, coming into this kind of weird twist. You're allowed to let those hips go wherever you want them to go. And up, opening up that right side chest and close. Two more just like that. Open and close. Last one here. Open. Allow that side to go down to the floor. That arm is in cactus. And then lower the top knee back toward the other knee. So often in twists, we'll do the twist first, and then that shoulder is just kind of hanging in space. So this way, hopefully that shoulder is down on the floor or close. The legs are just doing what the legs will do. And then reach that top arm up, close yourself off again, and press all the way up. Whew. Good. Roll that out. How's that feel, right? It's like, holy moly. I like it. All right, grab your block. Sorry, a lot of movement today, a lot of stretching, a lot of slow getting going. So grab your block. We have done this many times in class. Please sit in a way that feels okay to you. You're going to take the block out to the side. You're going to reach it back as far as you can. Grab the block, open it up. Take it out as far as you can. Grab the block, open. Good. Reach it, reach it, reach it. Don't drop your head, right? Take it out. Good. Bring it center. Just one more this direction. Open. Keep your head in alignment. Reach back and then open. Good. Let's go the other way. So reach back. Grab, pause, right? Open. Think about that back body getting stronger. Open. Squeeze, 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 and release. Whew, good. One more. Take it center. Open it up. Reach back as far as you can and take it out. Bring it center. Woo! And release. It's amazing, isn't it? It really is. Please don't do anything that is going to injure or irritate your shoulders, especially if you're working with something. All right, so last one here, you're simply, Betty, wow. So you're going to take that block behind, you're going to roll those shoulders down, squeeze the shoulder blades, lift open your chest and pulse. 10, 9, watch the head, 8, 7, lift your chest, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release that. Good job, everybody. Come on up to the front of your mat. You can bring your blocks up there. Won't need your straps for now. If you would like to cushion those knees, take a second and put a blanket on your mat. Got to take care of these knees. They're not getting any younger. All right, come on up. Table pose. If your wrists are really chatty, you can come to elbows, but you won't be able to do a lot of what we're going to do. So nice tone to the belly. Press the right leg back. Let's just come right to balancing table. I've spent a lot of time stretching, so now I got to go. I got to go. All right, elbow to knee. Think about the shoulder, the reach. Elbow to knee. And reach. Good. 3 more. Squeeze. Reach, extend. 4. If it hurts to extend, just lower the arm a little bit. 5, hold. And then lean forward slightly. You're going to feel a whole bunch going on with the core. And then release it down. Good. Shake that out. Shake out that standing wrist. Same thing other side. Reach the foot back, lift the leg, tone through the belly. Let's get things leveled out. Reach the right arm. Exhale, curl in. 1 and 2, slow. 3, 4, reach. Last one. 5, reach and then lean forward slightly. Release the hand, release the knee, sit back on those heels for a second. Just stretch out your shoulder. Good. Come on up, everybody. Leave the left hand where it is. I just want you to take that right arm out to the side and then pull the shoulder in. And then imagine somebody's got a rope from the center line of your chest, opening up that chest. So you're not pulling the arm back. You are moving from the center of the chest. As you exhale, just drive under, reach a little twist the opposite way, and come back up again. Move from the center of the chest. Here we go. Down and reach up. Last one. Down you go. And reach up. Internal rotation of that top hand. Reach behind your back. And breathe. Release. Take it up. Exhale. Take it down. Just gonna turn around. Do the hokey pokey. Same thing, other side. Tone the belly. And I realized that my knees went a little bit wide. And so try that because I think that's a little bit easier on the hips when we're twisting like that. Left arm goes out to the side. We kind of draw the chest back in and then take the arm out and breathe. Exhale, slide it under. Think of a little twist and reach it up. Follow from the chest, good, and down, and reach up. Exhale down. This time hold. Internal rotation, reach behind you, grab opposite waist or thigh. Take the arm back up. Exhale, release it down. Plant both hands. Give me a good puppy stretch. So, puppy stretch, knees and hips line up. The chest head drop toward the floor. The head does not have to touch. Breathe. If you feel pain, especially at the front of the shoulders, you're too low. Big deep breath, everybody. And then slide down onto your belly, all the way down. Come into Sphinx pose. Find your breath. If your low back's chatty here, just walk those hands forward. Okay, lessen the load. And also remember, pubic bone tucks in, belly button tucks in. We're lifting through the body. Just sway a little side to side. Find your breath. And then come back to center. You're going to push down on the right arm and lift the left. And then take it down to the elbow and lift up. 2, 3, don't overreach. 4 and 5, lower down. Breathe. All right, same thing other side. Left hand stays where it is. You're pressing into that whole forearm, the low belly tones in. Take the right arm up, squeeze, and then touch your opposite elbow. 2, 3, and 4. I know. And 5, and release. Come all the way down to the floor. Ooh. Just shake it out. If you're laying on your blanket still, which is perfectly wonderful, just make sure it's not throwing off your low back. So make sure you're at least the blanket's at least up to your belly button and then down toward the legs. All right, so plant one hand on top of the other. Your forehead touches that top hand. As you're ready, press into your pubic bone, your blanket, your head and your hands stay together. Lift up. And then separate the hands, bring the elbows down to your sides. And then reach forward. Squeeze to your sides and forward. Squeeze. This is 4. We got one more. 5. Bring the hands back under and lower down. Whew. All right, same thing. One more time. If you remember which hand was on top, maybe you switch. First thing, press those hips into your blanket or your mat. Lift the head, keep the head attached to the hands, and then separate. Draw elbows to the sides and reach. 2, 3, 4, and 5, and release fully. Good job, everybody. I know this is tough work. We're getting the tough stuff out of the way. Breathe. Forehead to the floor, hands go back, palms face up. Pull the front shoulders away from the floor. I want you to squeeze the shoulder blades. Don't overly squeeze, right? But squeeze the shoulder blades toward each other, then reach and lift through the hands just a little bit. Breathe. My legs lift pretty naturally here. If your legs are lifted some, that's perfectly fine. And then press those hands up toward the ceiling for 10. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release everybody. Ooh. From there, if your knees allow, either puppy stretch or child's pose. So gently slide back. Come into child's pose. I do like a lot and have been doing it a lot in child's pose, letting my forehead rest on my hands so that the neck stays more neutral. Just see how that feels for you. Deep breath. Good. And come on up, everybody. Whew. Move your blanket out of the way for now. We're going to come up to standing. To do it in a beautiful yogi way. Maybe you play with a little down dog first. Maybe you shake out the legs, which have gotten no love at all so far today, except for a little stretch. And then maybe take the feet wide, walk those hands back, and come on up to standing. Whew. Roll those shoulders out. Grab your strap. Now, this too we have done before. We're just going to use it a little different way. If you don't have a strap long enough, please don't worry about it. You're going to take the strap behind your back and then level out both sides of the strap so they're pretty equal length. Throw one over your shoulder, throw the other one over your shoulder. Go through that and make sure you don't have any twists, right? So I just kind of run my finger through and make sure there's nothing twisted, and then pull straight down on that. So Lenny, what have you done? So around your back. Yep, take it around your back first. And then just don't cross it. Just throw the same side over each one. Always so much fun. And then pull down and breathe, right? And just feel what's going on with the strap, right? As we tighten, as we lengthen up and tighten, how does that feel in your spine, right? In your back. As we reach down. Now, if you still have enough strap, go ahead and crisscross it behind your heart. Reminds me of a commercial that most women would remember if they're of a certain age. But just press straight down, kind of down and out. And I want you to feel something here. Again, no pain at all. But try to round your shoulders forward. Allow the strap to move some. And then press it down and out. Okay, so round it forward. And press it out and down. Good. One more time. Round it forward. Think about how we are all day long. And then press it down and forward. If you have enough straps still, either go ahead and loop it. And if you don't, try to tie it. And if you don't, I don't have a third option. So you can try to loop it, try to tie it, just so maybe it'll stay in place. And if you don't, if none of that works, either you just hang on to it or you get rid of the strap and don't worry about it. And then step sideways on your yoga mat. And feel just this, right? Just this kind of motion. How does this feel in your shoulders, right? How do you feel being upright, right? It should feel really kind of nice. Option one, leg straight. Option two, come on down. Let's do a little bit of a wide leg squat, a little bit of a goddess pose here, but then feel those shoulders drop back down again. Feel I love this, so I'll like tighten up the strap a little bit to really keep those shoulders back. And then just sit in your pose. Sit in your pose. Often with goddess pose, we'll either round the upper back forward, or we'll stick our butts out too much, or we just let those shoulders round. So hold here. Take the arms up. Exhale, elbows down to waist. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, if your legs are getting tired, go ahead and straighten them, everybody. Inhale, straight. Arms down with the elbows. Two more. Reach. 4. I know this is probably more than 5, but let's just do one more. And take those hands to your thighs, straighten the legs. Walk those feet together. Shake that out. Again, if this is bothering you at all, if it's rubbing or feeling funky, just take it off. The idea is this, right? This is what we're working on, getting those shoulders back. All right, feet are hips width-ish apart. Take the arms up. Exhale to your heart. Come on down to a chair pose. So a little bit different here. I do want you to watch your low backs here. So as we sit in chair, I want you to bend a little lower if you can. Take the arms in front of you, palms face down. And then pull the palms up, stand up straight. Exhale, hands to heart. Come down to squat. Tailbone draws in or pubic bone draws in. The palms reach forward. I'm just going to drop chest a little bit. And then push, push, push up. Exhale, hands to heart. One more, just like that. Come on down. Find the pose. Notice the shoulders, right? They're back. They're not rounding forward. Palms go straight out. Maybe you sink lower. And then pull the back of the hands up. Exhale to heart. Well done, everybody. Shake that out, right? So how does that kind of feel in your body? And I hope your strap's long enough that you still have it there. Go wide on your mat again. I'm going to mirror here so you decide which leg works best for you. Take your right leg, point it to the front of your mat. Take the left foot and either parallel short edge of your mat or slightly forward, and then bend the front leg. So simple stuff, right? This is warrior two. That's all this is. The front knee rolls out. Watch that front knee, sissy. Yeah, I would take your front left foot out to the other way a little more. So you're more heel to heel. Yep, for you. Good. And then lift all your front toes. Make sure the front knee is not pressing in. Engage the cute little glutes there and take the arms out. And again, feel the strap, feel the shoulders. Find your breath. Good. Back arm goes down. Front arm lifts, and then the palm turns toward the back leg. Exalted warrior, reverse warrior. Breathe. Watch the front knee. And then come back to warrior two. Open those shoulders. Take the front forearm to the front thigh and take the top arm over your ear. Palm is face down. Belly tones in. I'm pressing away with both feet. Breathe. Come on up. Straighten the front leg. Once you feel in the shoulders, take your front hand to your front thigh. Keep the other one open. Breathe, come down to your level triangle pose, and then take the top arm up. Your palm is facing toward your head. And just feel the wingspan. I always like to call it the wingspan from fingertips to fingertips. Bend your front knee, everybody. Slide up, warrior two. Release, turn your toes in. Hinge at your hips and come forward. Now, when you come forward, it might be where this strap feels the tightest. If it is okay, don't worry about it. It can be tight because what's happening? The shoulders are rounding forward. Big deep breath. And then turn the toes out, bend the knees, take your hands to your knees, come on up, straighten the feet. When you're ready, go into the other side, take your left foot, turn it out, bend the front knee, find your distance. Warrior two is either front heel to back arch or front heel to back heel, depending on balance and how it feels in your body. The low belly tones in, the tailbone is heavy, right? And our torso is staying over the hips. It's not leaning forward. So again, with this strap in place, take the arms out and breathe. Glancing over that front hand, just a soft drishti, right? A soft gaze. Breathe. Take the back arm down. Reach the top arm up. A lot of people look up here. Try looking down. See how that feels in your body and in your neck in particular. Breathe. Take it slowly to warrior two. Bend your front forearm, take it to your front thigh. Take the top arm all the way overhead. Notice if anything changed in your pose. Did the front knee quit bending? Did the back ankle collapse? Big deep breath. Slowly push up. Warrior two, straighten the front leg. Take your front hand to your thigh. And then keep the expansion through the back shoulder as you slide down the leg. Does not have to go far. Taking that top palm up. Big deep breath. And reach up again. Release those arms, turn all your toes forward, and then hinge or heel toe all the way in. Good. Everybody take that strap off. Woo! And feel that. Like, holy moly. Hang on to your strap. Hang on to the buckle end. Depending on the length of your strap, you might be able to fold it in half. Go back to that first side warrior two. Take the strap up. Press the knee out. Take the hands behind, open up through the chest. Watch the low back, right? So we never want to poke that butt way out. Just want to bring it in. At the same time, this front hip, we don't want to overextend there either. You know, if you can find the happy place where the hip joint or the pelvic joint here is just tucked in and supported, right? So the hands are behind, the elbows are bent. Breathe. Straighten the arms and take one hand to your knee. Whoo. Breathe. Keep the front knee bent. Take the arms up and bring them back. Exalted warrior. Whew. Big stretches here. Don't need the strap if you don't want it. One more, both sides. Hand to knee. Breathe. Reach up, pull the strap, and come back. Exalted warrior. Take the arms up, straighten the legs. Bring the hands behind you. Straighten them up, and then release. Whew. And feel your shoulders. All right, same thing, other side. Your left foot, if you're mirroring with me, would be straight. Front knee is bent. Back leg is active. Try to keep that back arch lifted. Unscrunch your toes. Take the arms up. Take the strap behind you. Elbows are bent. And breathe. And think about this warrior pose, right? Even if you look over your front knee, where are the elbows? Where are the shoulders? What is the back body doing to assist the pose? Good. When you're ready, start to straighten the arms, bring the front hand to the front knee, reach that top arm. And then gentle pull of that strap As you bring the hands back, exalted warrior. Inhale up, slow work here. And to the knee. Reach up. Exhale back. Take the arms up, straighten the legs, straighten the toes. Arms are overhead. Pull that strap apart. And then release fully. Roll that out, everybody. Step your legs together. Go ahead and set your strap aside. Have your blocks at the front of your yoga mat. And then stand in front of your mat. Excuse me. And draw the shoulders back. Tone the low belly in. Find mountain pose. Think about everything we just did. Imagine that strap is still tied all around you and the shoulders, they don't just squeeze back, they squeeze back. The shoulder blades drop, right? And that helps the chest lift without strain. And breathe. Good. Inhale, let's take the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. I know you've all been waiting for that forward fold. Breathe. Leave your left hand on your block. Just move your right one out of the way for a second and circle that right arm. Just circle the arm, the shoulder. Maybe circle the other way. Bring that right hand block back. We're just keep getting space here, and then circle the left and circle the other way. And then both hands on both blocks. Bend your knees, step back with your right foot. Let's come into a nice high lunge if you can. Knee down if you would rather. All good, everybody. Breathe, tone through the belly. When you're ready, if you're ready, both hands go to your knee, the chest lifts. Inhale, reach the arms up and breathe. As you exhale, turn the palms forward, straighten the front leg, let your hands come to your blocks. Yep, so core work happening, right? Your back foot is lifted as opposed to planted, your back heel just a little bit. Now, one, squeeze the heck out of your belly. Lengthen your torso as you bend the front knee, the arms go up. Woo, we're just doing one more of those. It's a lot of core work. So big attention here. Straighten, slow down, hands to your blocks. Good job, everybody. And then just pause here, just breathe. Bend your front foot, turn your back foot to the side position. Cartwheel those arms up, warrior two. Whew. Bring those front ribs away from the front knee. Find your pose. As you exhale, take the back hand back, exalted warrior. And then extended side angle. Breathe. Back to warrior two. Triangle pose, front leg straights, the torso leans over as the upper arm goes up. Where's the wingspan, everybody? Bend your front knee. Look at your blocks. Turn your back foot. Push off, step forward. Bending both knees. Inhale all the way up. Exhale to your heart. Shake out those hands. Good. I'm just going to move to the other side so I don't have my back to you for so long. Like, right? Like that feels pretty darn good. All right, open up the shoulders, hands down. I always say we can get ourselves like a quarter inch, a half inch taller if we just find that way to lengthen and extend through the upper back shoulders. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands down to your blocks. Move your left hand block out of the way, circle your little shoulder. This time, if you want, feel free to go out to the side. Don't overdo it though. Just let it float up, whew, and swing down. Float up. Last one. And down. Bring the left hand block back. I'm just going to scoot away from the wall a little bit. Take the right hand block out of the way. Do some circles. And then lift up and slide it down. Just let it kind of swing here. Last one. And then both hands to your blocks. Soften the knees, step back left leg. Hold here, nice solid lunge. Press into your feet. Make sure your feet are hips width apart. Make sure your blocks are right beside your feet, your front foot. Hands to your knee. Lift your chest. Take the arms up. Whoop. And breathe. Good. Turn the palms forward. This is the tricky part, right? Strong legs. Taking those hands down slowly to the blocks. I was a little long on that one, so I need to shorten my pose. Maybe that's the case for you. I am lifted on my back heel as opposed to grounding that foot. All right, here we go. Big tone to the belly. Lift up, bend your front knee. Exhale. Focus, focus, focus. Let the hands rest. Good. Tone the belly, lengthen the chest, bend the front knee. Whoo. And exhale slow. Hold the pose. You can drop that back heel if you'd like. This is just pyramid pose, a little longer version. The other name for this is intense side stretch, which always threw me off because I don't think of it as a side, except that it's one side. So intense side stretch. Good. Bend your front knee, everybody. Turn your back foot to the side position. Get ready for warrior two. Take your right hand to your right knee. Come on up. Whew. Move the front ribs away from the front thigh. Press through both feet. Lift all your toes and spread them out. Breathe. Good. Take that back hand down. Stretch. And back to warrior. Front forearm to front thigh. Top arm reaches over the ear. The palm is face down. You're getting this nice stretch of the shoulder. Breathe. Come back up slow. Warrior two. Straighten the front leg. Front hand to front leg. Slide down only to your level. Don't overdo. So easy to get real kind of dumpy in triangle where you just collapse. We don't want that. Big deep breath. Bend your front knee, warrior two. Woo. Take both hands forward in front of you like you're going to clap your hands. Turn your toes so all of them are facing forward. Both arms out to the sides and hinge forward fold. Adjust your distance of your feet as much as you need to. Big deep breath. And just kind of feel the difference here, right? Hands are on the floor, so the shoulders are rounded forward, the chest is more compressed. Think about this when we're driving, when we're on our computers, all that stuff, right? And it is not in and of itself a bad thing, but when we do it 80% of our day, it can create such an imbalance. So press into your fingertips, come halfway up, draw the shoulders wide, and imagine that you just have a little bit of a weight right at the between the shoulder blades, just drawing the chest forward a little bit without that arch in the back. Press into both feet. Find your breath. Turn the toes out. Bend the knees. Hands come to your knees. Look up, chest up, and stand up. And step it all together. Shake it out. Good job, everybody. I know, right? Like, what's happening? You're like, I thought this was a shoulder class. And it is. But it's never one thing. Okay, you got both of your blocks. front of your mat. Front leg, um, left leg forward. Betty may want to go to the wall. Okay, so we're going to play with this idea again. It just always makes sense, right? We can get to half moon here so easy doing everything we just did. So bend your front knee, take your hand to your block, listen up. So left hand to left block, your right hand can go to your block too. Just walk your left hand forward and keep the back foot grounded. So it's going to feel a little funky to start. I'm just going to move that out of the way and breathe. Now look at your block. Look at your left hand block. Look at your left foot, your left knee. Start to walk the block forward as you whoop, as you lift your back leg. Now, for me, for most people, that left hand block has to be fairly far forward and to the outside pinky of the front foot. So if it's in line with the foot, it tends to throw people off. We're going to wrap that back hip, turn the chest. One, you're either going to look at the floor and stay that way because it's easier, or extend the top arm up. Take your hand back to your hip, bend your front knee, see if you can step down, and come on up. Right? Think this. How do we extend up and out? All right, we're going to go to the other side. Right foot forward. Breathe. Bend your front knee. Reach forward and plant your block. Other hand can go to your hip. It can also go to your other block if you happen to have it. And when you're ready, you're just going to stand, lift into that leg, and just like don't do anything else until you feel really solid. And then imagine someone's pulling on that top leg so that you stay balanced in the center line of your foot. When you're ready, top shoulder opens, arm extends. Big deep breath. And then bend the front knee, step back, pull, and lift up. And we're all wishing I put the air conditioner on now. Good. Set your blocks down. Come back to the front of your mat. Roll your shoulders. Right? The wingspan. The wingspan. Feel that. And when this is open, right? Internally rotate both arms. Reach the back like we were doing with the block. Reach back, reach back, reach back. Interlace the hands. Press back. Chest lifts. Watch the head, watch the neck, watch the chin. Big deep breath. And release that. All right, front of your mat. Inhale, take it up. Exhale all the way down, forward fold. Have your blocks there if you want them. You don't need them. But if it's more comfortable, please put your hands on your blocks. Bend both knees, go to downward facing dog, which should feel marvelous. After all that, maybe pedal the feet. Breathe, feel the strength of your back, your shoulders, your arms. And then tippy toes, lower your knees to the floor. And just pause for a second. That might look like child's pose, puppy stretch, hero pose, wherever it is for you. So we did a ton of stretching. The clock is ticking for me. I want to do a little bit of strengthening work as well. So we're gonna start at a little bit easier level, and then we're gonna bring it up a little bit and just see where we go. Okay. Because as we strengthen the shoulders, right, rotator cuff muscles. There's 4 of them that support the shoulder joint and keep us able to do these kinds of things, especially under weight and under pressure. So come on to your hands and your knees, everybody. And we're going to start I think, pretty comfortably easy. So you're just going to walk the hand slightly forward. It's not half plank. It's kind of a weird half plank. And then drop one elbow down, drop the other elbow down, push into one hand, lift, push into the other hand and lift. Okay, just one more of those. One elbow down, second elbow down, lift one elbow, lift the other elbow. Okay, that is the simplest version. You're going to bring the knees back. You're going to come into a half plank. So this time your behind's not up in the air. You are a solid plank. I always bend my knees. You know that if you're taking classes with me, it feels better on my knees than if my legs were straight. That would be a more typical half plank here. All right, so we're going to do the same thing, but with control. So drop to one elbow, drop to the other elbow, push off one hand, lift the other. Drop down, maybe use your other hand, push and push. This one, pretty much, we're going to do 3 more of those. If that was super easy for you, you're going to bend both elbows and then push into hands and lift both. And 2 and up. Last one, down and up, and then just come on off that for a minute. Or not quite a minute, but a few seconds, a few breaths. Roll the shoulders. All right, so choice number 1, you're more hands and knees, right? More table pose. Choice number 2, you're in half plank, doing that same thing. Choice 3 is full plank. That one is not as easy. If you have any shoulder issues, I'd suggest you stay low. So that's going to look like this. One elbow down, one hand pushes up, other hand pushes up. Okay. All right. What are y'all waiting for? The demo's over. All right. We're going to try to do 4 and alternate sides. So here we go. One elbow down, other elbow down. You're in elbow plank, right? Push into one hand, lift, put the other hand on the floor. Switch that hand this time. So drop down, push into one hand, lift, other hand. Yep. We got 2 left, everybody. Elbow down, down, up, and up. I know. Elbow down, push up, and lower the knees. Oh, I know. Just have a seat, everybody. Right? No kidding. Those are tricky. But, right? I mean, that even got me breathing heavy. So we know that it's strength work. We know that it's working. So just find a comfortable seat for a second and roll the shoulders. Good. Really get them up into the ears and down. And then inhale the arms up, take the hands behind the head, soft interlace, press the head straight back, press the elbows straight back. Find your breath. Only if it's okay for your back, elbows in, tuck down toward the floor. You do not have to touch. And then press up, lift up, breathe. Good. 2 more like that. And up. And third one. And up. Extend out, big arms. Turn the palms up, reach up. Exhale to your heart. Shake that out. Grab one block to have near you and come on down to your backs. I know that's gonna feel good. So pause for a moment here. Arms are down at your sides. They can be palms up, palms down, whatever feels good. Few pelvic tilts and tucks here. Just soften up through the pelvis. And then find a neutral spine. You're right on that sacrum. Breathe. Your right foot stays on the floor. The left knee comes to chest. And then just pushes straight out. Nothing else happening. Pushes up to the chest. Pushes straight out and long. Good. 3 more. Bring it in, out, to left. And press it out. Last one. And breathe. And then place that foot on the floor. Same thing, right knee comes to chest, left leg straightens, or sorry, right leg straightens. Bring it in. The left foot stays on the floor the whole time. Good, just 3 more. Really easy here. This is just letting go of any kinks. Got 1 left. And breathe. Both feet to the floor, both feet to 90 degrees. Take both hands behind your head, soft interlace. Head stays neutral the whole time. Stay on the sacrum, press the right leg straight, and then bring it back to 90. Press the left leg straight. 90, upper back staying down, right leg straight, legs to 90. Left, go slow right, full extension of the legs. And left, we got 2 left on both sides. Right and left. Last set. And left. And release. Knees to chest, everyone. Feet to the floor. Grab your block. Take it under your sacrum. Please make sure it's on your sacrum, not on your low back. If you put your hands to your hips, what we think of as our hips, your block is below that, right? Shoulders down. If your arms are comfortable, take them in a soft bent elbow overhead. So my arms are wide, the elbows are bent. And just breathe. And then slide the hands back down along your sides. Turn the palms face up. Just a gentle snug of the shoulders underneath, just a little bit. This is a restorative bridge. We are not going deeper than this. I want you to just feel this bridge pose. Restorative because we're resting on the block. Breathe. One, you're going to hang out right here. You're happy. 2, the right knee just floats toward the chest and the left leg straightens. Relax both feet, relax both legs. So your left foot's on the floor, your right knee is hanging out toward your chest. Nothing else to do, nothing to hold. Find your breath again, taking a deep breath in, deep breath out. One more breath here. just slide your left heel along the floor and then bring the left knee to your chest. Put the right foot on the floor. And then if you want, slide the right leg out. Little psoas stretch, a little front hip extensor stretch. Shoulders down, shoulders are happy. You can always bring the arms to cactus if you want. I want your upper body fully relaxed. Relax your feet, relax your legs. One more deep breath here. Slide the right heel. Bring both knees to chest. Feel free to let the knees hang down toward your chest. Just going to stretch that lower back. I would be mindful though. Just notice how it feels. If it feels good, do it. If it doesn't, don't do it. Release that stretch, one foot to the floor, other foot to the floor. Press into both feet, squeeze the hips and glutes. Move the block out of the way, hold the squeeze for 3 breaths. 1 and 2 and 3, and release all the way to the floor. Both knees to chest, rock side to side. And then allow one leg to go long down to the corner edge of your mat. Other leg goes down. And finally, we come to Shavasana. It looks like we're going to run over about 5 minutes, maybe. So if you do need to go, I understand. If you can hang out in Shavasana, even if it's for just a couple minutes. Feel the shoulders drop. Maybe notice where your shoulders are in space. Have they relaxed down to the floor a little bit? Is the head feeling more neutral? Finding your breath, allowing the earth to support you, to hold you. Let your thoughts relax. Maybe let the hands softly touch at the belly. Go softer still. Very slowly, just bend the knees and allow the feet to come back to the floor. Draw one knee and then the other knee to chest. Squeeze it in, rock side to side. And then allow the knees to roll over to one side or the other. Good as you're ready. Press all the way up. Sorry for the little short Shavasana. Find a seat, everyone. Allow the shoulders to descend to the side and back body. Feel your head naturally perched above the neck, above the shoulders, above the hips. When you're ready, take the arms up. Exhale to your heart. Bow to your own inner wisdom, your own inner strength. Namaste, everyone. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks, everybody. Have a great day.